Hi everybody. It's 1 minute to 12:30, so I'm hoping people are joining. If anyone could give me a little text to let me know, not text, but something on Facebook. Welcome to my bathroom. You have to be creative in these COVID times because I have my husband working in the office and my daughter working in her room, and everyone wants to eat lunch, so I got kicked out of the kitchen. So anyway, so here we are, and let's see, I don't see anybody on yet, so I'll give it a second. This is Alison from Center 2. If any of you don't know me, I'm pretty sure you do. Let's see, I think somebody's on. Anyway, so again, this is Alison from Center 2. If you don't know me, if anyone comes on from Center 1, I think you all know me by now. Let's see. So today we're going to do something really fun. I've been thinking about what kind of project would actually be useful. And I know that nobody can go to the store to get cards. I'm not going to the store. Hi, Jamie. Oh, no. Shoot. I'm sorry if I lost you. What happened? There we are. Sorry. Let me turn my Apple Watch off because it seems to be buzzing on my computer. Anyway, hi, everybody. I hope people are joining me to do crafting today. We're going to do really fun things. 4 people, that's great. Like I said, welcome to my bathroom, because I need to be creative of a place to go where I can actually talk without anybody interrupting me for an hour. So here we are. You can all see my bathroom. At least the toilet's closed back here. Today we're going to make, I thought to myself, what can we do that we're all basically stuck home? And I know personally, I still like to send cards, even though most people just give a Facebook shout out or a text, but I personally like to send my own cards. I do make my own cards a lot, but I also go to the store, CVS. I'm trying to avoid going out as much as possible. So, hey Katie, hey Cheryl and Kara and Jamie, hi. Okay, who else is on? Okay, so I thought to myself, what can we do to save any trips to the store? And I personally had about 6 birthdays just in April alone. And I said, let me come up with a way to make my own cards. I've always seen in the store or on Etsy these handmade beautiful cards. And I said, why not? So I told you guys what to get, but basically I have a big and a small scissor. One's fine. I just like a little one to cut out small details. And we need a ruler. And we need some cardstock. I have blue, I have yellow, I have green, orange. You could pick any color you want. And I also have, who's here? I don't know who that is, but hi. Stacy. Hey, Stacy. Again, welcome to my bathroom. Have to improvise on COVID-19 watch. And this is improvisation, I should say. So again, I thought of a great project to do since we all are stuck home. And I still like beautiful cards, and even if you're just giving it to your own family at home, or you're going to send it in the mail, or Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up, and there's always birthdays. So again, I'm going to go over what you need. We need a lot of things: markers, crayons, Sharpies. I have some decorative paper I got from the center, but I don't have any supplies of my own. But anything could be wrapping paper, and you don't need this if you don't want. But But the most important things you need is a pencil, a ruler, scissors, and what I want, let me show you some of the cards we made so you can see. It's a nice 3D birthday card. Anyone can see that? That's one. Then I made, this one was supposed to be a cake, but my husband thought it looked more like presents, so I kind of went with the presents look to it. Then this morning I just played around with another kind of idea. I don't know if you can see this, but really it's, what I want to go over first is really, Sam's still in the basement. Yes, Sam is still in the basement. And the person he's been taking care of tested positive, so not too happy. It's a good thing we've been keeping far away from Sam. I'm praying that Sam is immune to this. So far, so good. So anyway, again, here's some samples of the cards. We got this, this, this. Anyway, the first thing I want to, forget about the decoration of the cards. The first thing I want to get down is the process of how to make it 3D. And there's a lot of ways to do it. There's different kinds of cards. But basically, I thought, I asked you guys to just get plain white paper because we don't want to ruin our card stock right away. So the first thing we're going to do, take a piece of paper, and it actually doesn't matter what size it is. I have regular 8.5 by 11. And the first thing you're going to do is just fold it right in half. And you want to make sure that the most important things in this project is to have very, very good creases. So no matter where you have a crease, let's fold this in half. There we go. And really give it a nice sharp pull with your nails, or you could take a ruler and just go over the creases, which actually works great when it comes to the thicker paper. So I'm going to give you guys a minute, but hopefully everybody took a plain piece of paper and fold it in half. That's all we need for now. And what I want to use this for is practice, because we don't want to ruin your paper. So basically, the only real rules to this is that you want to keep about 2 inches from the top. So I'm going to just put a little mark over here just to guide me, and use pencil so you can erase it. And then the bottom, you want to leave about 1 inch or so. Could be more. I'm going to mark that. Again, this is just giving me guidelines. I don't know if you can see that. But I just made a little mark on the top about 2 inches and on the bottom about 1 inch. If your card's smaller, you might want to change those ratios. And then the only other thing important is from the crease to the edge, you want to look to see where's halfway. You don't have to measure it, but just eye it. And I'm going to put a little line down the middle. Don't want to go past halfway from the crease side, or this side, because you'll see why. But all I'm going to do, I'm looking at my little guides, is take the big scissor, or little scissor. All I'm doing is putting a cut about the length of the scissor, right down. See? That's all I'm doing. The second cut is going to be the same length, and as far as the thickness of this, it's really to eye. I'm not going to go through measuring everything. I don't want to drive you guys crazy, but I would say a couple of inches. I'm going to make another cut, the same length as the first one. So now we have this little flap. See? Now, the second cut, making sure you can see this. I want to do about at least a finger's length below this line. So the second cut is going to be not as long as this one. So I'm just eyeing it again. And that's my second cut. First cut, second cut. And now the third is a little shorter than that one. So again, you can just eye it. And this is where I did mine. So I have the longest here, second longest here, and the shortest here. I'll give everyone a minute. So again, all I did was fold my piece of paper in half and cut 2 lines that are deep, and 1 line that's a little shorter, 1 line that's a little shorter than that. And then you're going to fold the tabs down. So the longest one, and if the fold is past the edge, that's no good, so put it a little below. So now I'm going to fold this over like that. There's one. Take the second one. Fold it over like that. Now I have 2. And then the third one. So now the paper should look like this. Or like this. So it's deepest, a little more shallow, a little more shallow. And that's it. Now again, when I said make sure these creases are very, I'm going to take my ruler and just work on those creases. Creases are going to be very important. Now this is just our practice, so if anyone has any questions, you can let me know. And all I'm going to do is open the paper. See, and that's what I get. The second part of this is you want to go the other way, so turn it. You want to take these little folds and go the other way in the center. So you crease 1 the other way, 2 the other way, 3 the other way. So now you got a little 3D form. The bottom goes the opposite way. So what we're going to do is fold those center pieces in. And it should look like this. Actually, maybe like this. But do you see it's like little steps? That's all you need to do. I'm going to do it one more time on a clean piece of paper. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So if you want to practice again, and it really doesn't matter the height of your cake or presents or whatever, it's really to the eye. The only thing, like I said, leave a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on top, and you'll see why after. I'm sorry. This is the bottom, this is the top. You want the wider piece on the top. I'm going to do it again. Fold my paper in half. Just like that. Give a good crease. This time I'm not going to mark anything. I'm just going to eye where half of the page is. And I'm going to make my first cut about 2 inches up. My first cut. First cut gets the same length. So you're cutting twice. So this piece of paper is the same. You see that? The second one, I'm going to make it shallower. So the second one, it only goes to here. You can see that. And the third one, again. See? And again, you're going to fold over those tabs from the center to the edges. So just folding it once, twice, 3 times. And I want to really get that crease in. So you end up like this or like this. Hope everyone's getting this. If someone wants to let me know if you guys are getting this point. And if you're not, I will do it again. But same thing. So you're going to open it. And you got that. So So right now, everything's creased the same. What you want to do is take the 3 center pieces and just those pieces, crease them the other way. So I got 1, 2, 3. So if you can see that, only the 3 center pieces are creased forward, and I'm gonna fold everything over. So these pieces should be this way. You want this to go the opposite way. So again, good crease in there. And there you go. So does everyone have this so far? If anyone wants to let me know, I'd be happy to hear. Because now we're going to take the real piece of paper. So now I'm going to take my cardstock. What do I do with it? La, la, la. There. I don't know what to do with it. I did some pink cards already, so I decided to use, here's the cardstock. So I took my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, folded it in half. But before you cut, we're going to make it framed so it looks like this. I like this little border. So the way you do that, you take your color, whatever color you want, and then you hold this on top of this just to get a little edge. And if you hold it just one corner, see, you'll get a light, nice little border. So now what I'm going to do is just trace that. Oops. And now my white piece is going to look like this. I'm going to trim these 2 edges and keep the scraps. We always need scraps. So as carefully as possible, I'm going to cut along those lines. Again, big scissors are probably easier for this. Go this way, and this way. There we go. So now, when I glue this down later, I'm going to have a nice, whatever, I'm not holding it straight, but a nice border. Okay? So put the blue away, we don't need that right now. Or pink or whatever color you have. Again, I'm going to take this, fold it in half. That's all you need to do. Why am I not folding it in here? Well, for some reason mine's not folded exactly in half, so I'm going to take this yellow paper. I'm going to do it again. Make a little border. And trace a little border around it. So again, I have this. And I'll use yellow, I guess, instead of white. But I like white, to be honest. So I'm going to cut this. Get my border. You know, as straight as you can get it. You can always trim it up. So now I have, you might have white, I have yellow. Take my blue, put it away. And now I'm going to fold this in half and really want to get, like I said, a good crease in here. Take the edge of the ruler can really give it a good crease. I even take it the other way. Give it a good crease. Okay. So now you have your cardstock folded in half. And again, I'm going to look just with my eye. You can make a little mark, but you don't want to go past half of this paper. So I'm just going to make a little tiny mark. Then you're going to start the biggest, and again, leave about 2 inches from the bottom, and I'm going to do one, about the size of the scissor actually. I'm going to do one good cut. If anyone has a big scissor, it's literally like one cut. I'm going to make another about, I don't know, 1.5 inches. I'm going to make another cut, same length. So now I got my first fold. Then I'm going to look at this and say, where do I want my next layer? I'd say around there. So I'm going to take this and make my second cut, but not as deep as the first one. So now my second one is like this, the first one is like this, and then you got one more cut, and you can do it even shallower. There we go. So I have my shortest one, middle, long, and then you're going to take it, fold it over. So the first one, make a good crease, first one. Second one. Third one. And again, go back and forth. I'm going to take my ruler, give it a really good crease. Oops. And open it up. It should look like this. What we want to do is we want the center pieces to go the other direction. So I'm going to take, see, I'm going to fold just the 3 middle pieces the other direction. So when the card closes, watch. I'm going to hold this, 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 and this is going to close down on itself. So we have this shape. I hope everyone's got that. Okay, so now we have the basic pop out. Now to decorate. Oh, and let me show you one quick thing. Well, no, I won't go into the other kind of card. Let's just work on this. So everyone should look like this now. See? Now, there's different ways to decorate. This is the fun part. If you have decorative paper, what I did with this one is I literally just cut it out and measured against the slices and cut it out. That's all I did. I have 3 different colors that I found. And then you want to leave the top part a drop higher, but the bottom level with the pieces that stick out. Now, you know, you could do this, but all you have to do is take a glue stick and glue it on. That's one way. But what I thought was fun, and especially if you don't have any decorative paper, is I just decided to do my own. So I took some markers, and let's see, I'm doing mine for a man because I did a couple of girl ones. So just put something underneath so you don't get anything dirty. There you go. And I'm just going to simply color this in with some markers. You can do any patterns you want. Just be careful not to go into the next one. So let's see. I'm going to do stripes. So I'm going to take my ruler and kind of just go from one side to the other. Careful as I can. That's why you want to see where the creases are. I'm going to go across, across, across. We just drag the ruler along to make kind of a pattern. So far, all I have is this. See that? Now, let's see. For the second one, I'm going to go the other direction. So I'm going to take a blue. I'm going to put my ruler the other way. You could do whatever you want. This one I just colored in and try to get kind of a confetti look or sprinkles. Whatever you want to do. I'll give you guys a few minutes. Nothing has to match. You can do whatever you want. Okay. For my second row, like that. And now I'm going to color it in. Use whatever you want. I'm going to make it, and also what helps is if you use the ruler where the crease is, just to box out your lines. Then you know you won't go further than the crease. That helps at the ends. So I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm just going to color this in. So I have a solid line. I'm just going to do every other in blue. Edge at the bottom. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm very happy to see you on my video. Makes me feel really good, I have to say. Color this in. The fun thing about this project is you could do anything you want. Decorate anything you want. You could print out a saying and cut it out, put it on the front. You know, it's really up to you, whatever you want to say. And you can decorate. I happen to not have any fun decorations. Katie, I think of you with glitter. That would be great for this project. If you have glitter and glue, you could just make any kind of design you want or accent with the glitter, or you could, if you have any kind of thin ribbon, you can make a tie. I mean, there's endless ways to decorate. Let's see. So far, this is what I have for the bottom. I don't want to take a whole very long time to do this, because this you can work on whenever you want. I think the top, let's see, I'm going to pick a different color. I'm going to pick yellow. The reason I pick yellow, this is for my top tier, is that other colors will show on it. So I'm going to outline the creases. That I'm actually going to put it on the bottom so I don't go over the other layer. And same on the top. So now I have a little outline, and now I'm going to color it in. Yeah. Now I'm going to put some little confetti on there. I'm going to take different colors. Purple. I just want it to look like if you go to a fancy cake place and they make you a cake, you can be so creative with this. I'm not going to spend too much time. but you could spend as much time or as little time as you want. So I added some purple confetti on it. I'll also take green, add some more. Oops. I like a really colorful cake. So that's my top. Take a few more minutes, but I don't want to spend too long. Color in the bottom layer. Because I want to get to one other kind of card. It's really fun also. Color the bottom. Now my bottom looks like that. I'm not going to continue the green, but that's what I like. And then, I think I'm going to take purple. So I'm going to do every other one purple. You get the point. As long as you get the cuts down and the way that you fold it. So again, if you see what I'm doing, this is going to fold in on itself. So when you bend the card, remember the bottom and the top goes the opposite way. The three middles go in. So when I fold it together, it's going to look like this. So now, just to not go forever, I'm going to show you what to do to mount the card, which is pretty easy. So now I have my blue card, and I'm going to fold that in half. Oh, okay. Message, let's see. Oh, okay. So now I made a nice crease, and now I'm just going to glue in my card. So again, I'm going to fold it so it looks like this. And I'm going to take my glue stick. Unfortunately, I only have a drop left in one glue stick that I have. You could take Elmer's glue, but it's going to leave like bubbling, so I don't like that. So I take my glue stick. You don't have to use that much. You don't have to do everywhere, but at least around all the edges. So let's do one side. There's this one. So I'm going to open up the card, place the center, and close it up right on the card. Okay, so now I got one half glued down. Then we have the other side. It's the same thing. Fold this over. Use a glue stick on the end. You don't have to do the whole thing, but you know, I mean, the more you do, the better, but going around all the edges should suffice. Close it up. And voila, there's my card. And you know what? You can do anything you want. The last thing is, this is optional. Depends how much you want to cut. But if you can see, I have candles. So all you need to do for the candles, again, I use yellow and I color it in the top with red marker. The easiest way for me to do it is, let's put this aside. Let's see, what color do I want my candles? I think yellow won't show up so good, so I'm going to use a different color. Let's see. I'm going to use green. I think that will pop. So I'm going to take my green paper, and my candles are about 1/4 inch wide. And let's see, I pre-cut, save time, I pre-cut a bunch of candles yesterday. Now, what's good is making a template, okay? So if you cut out anything in cardstock, you could just do one. So what I did was, this is about 1/4 inch wide by 2 inches high. So what I would do is take my paper, from the bottom, you want to measure, what did I say, 2 inches. So I'm going to make a couple of marks across so I can draw a line. That should help me get it straight. You can use a template, or you can just do it by eye. You don't have to go crazy. Because after all, regular candles, the flame is always different. So now I drew a 2 inch, I don't know if you can see this, little marks down where I'm going to line up my ruler. And draw a line. So now I have a line on here, about 2 inches. Now as far as the width, you don't have to do them right next to each other, but I just took this and started marking off 1/4 inches. I left a little space in between. To do what I did, I used 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. I used 12 candles here. Now, if you don't want to cut all these candles, you can use 1 or 2. You can just do the top layer. You really can do whatever you want. You don't need candles. If yours comes out more like this, I just made it look like gifts, so it's not a birthday cake. And I just, again, I have lack of materials here, so I just pink paint and painted in a ribbon on the bottom. You could decorate with anything. I found paper with flowers, so I cut them out. And I glued these on. Sky's the limit. Anyway, getting back to the candles. So now I have little 1/4 inch marks. And as long as you just sketch them out, it's not a big deal. But I like to make straight lines, so I'm just going to go down, down. So now I got these little 1/4 inch widths. Now the top part of this is going to be the flame, so I'm just drawing it in. It's not perfect. It could be any kind of flame you want. So it looks like that. While it's here, I'm going to take, I don't know if it's going to show up on the green paper, which is why white or a light color like yellow is better. Let's see, where's my red marker? Here it is. Just going to color in the top to look like a flame. I got that. And then I'm just going to cut them out. This is where the little scissor comes in handy. in the end, it's kind of nice to have a little notch go in the side. So what I do is cut out the flame, try to kind of notch it in before I go back out. Now this one, you know what? Somehow this came out a little narrower, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna cut all those out. This is my candles from yesterday that I cut out. It's a little thicker, but it doesn't matter. And all you do is very simple. You're gonna take, so this is gonna slip in wherever you want it to go. Obviously the flame out. So you're just gonna glue about the bottom half of this so you could slip it in and have it stick up. So I'm just gonna do one to show you. So you have to put glue on the front of it, same side as the flame. And then let's see, I'm gonna do the top because I don't know if I'll do candles on the whole thing. So, oops. Voila. So you can do candles, you don't have to do candles, color this in, decorate. Obviously you can have a saying here. Again, you can print out something from the computer and put it on. You can just make it up. Be creative. And that's really it. As long as you get this cutting right, you're done. The only thing I wanted to show you last minute, this is another kind of pop-up card. It's really cute. This is super easy to do. All I did was cut out all this from some paper I had. But what's really cute is you can make your own little figures, or it could be anything. It could be animals. It could be something the person likes. And the nice thing about this, as you can see, is it can be, oops, sorry, it goes this way. It can, because you're cutting out in between, these can stick up higher. So let me show you. Really super quick. I just took, here, I'll use a scrap paper just to show you. But again, you fold it in half. You make your border, whatever you want to do. This one I wanted to be small, so I have a small piece of paper. Doesn't matter. This is super easy because all you're going to do is cut a bunch of slits. Kind of whatever you want to do. I'm just cutting, cutting, cutting. So see, I have all these. But what you want to do is cut out every other one. So I'm going to fold over the ones I want to keep. There's 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 folded over. And then simply I'm going to take the scissor, cut out the ones in between. There you go. And it's the same thing. You're going to fold the creases towards the other direction. So when you fold it in half, whew, getting a hot flash. When you fold it in half, oops. It's going to look like this. It's a little different. It's not tiered. You can do it tiered. You can do whatever you want. And there you go. So now, because there's space, whew, when you cut out shapes, I think I kept a few of them. See, that's why I say keep scrap paper. This is really pretty. So I cut out a bunch of leaves and flowers. And when you, where's my card? Here it is. When you glue it on, you have all that height in between the tabs, so you can have something sticking up further. It looks really cute if you make your own handmade little things. I just was trying to be quick. And that's another way to make a card, pop-up card. See? I hope you enjoyed this. If anyone has anything to say, I'd be happy to talk to you. 22 comments. I can't see them. Let's see. Nope. Oh, here we are. Finn, hi, David. I didn't see you. Amy, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. And if anyone has any comments, or I would love to see pictures of yours when you do them. It would make me feel really good. And anyway, I think that was for me. Oh, sorry. I think the comments I saw were from something else. Anyway, whoever joined me, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.